That was a good one.
Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Thanks for joining us again on another episode 5 this time of Go Up Destinations with your co-host, Trent.
Tiffani.
And Casey.
Back
All right,
at it
guys.
again.
We are on episode 5, if you can believe it. How's your week going?
I can't believe it's episode 5. It's kind of crazy.
The week was pretty good. The
Yeah.
week was pretty good. It went by really fast, honestly. The weeks keep going by fast. I feel like we all haven't got together in forever. That feels like an eternity.
Yeah, when was the last time?
What do you mean? Like we were in
Last time
person?
we saw each other?
Well, March, my birthday. So it really
Yeah.
hasn't been that long. It's been, I don't know, little like 2 months, 3
Couple
months.
months, yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess
But-
when you think about it, it really hasn't been. Time's still flying. I'm not going to take back what I said. Time's still flying.
But I will be there in like T minus
Like
what?
less than 3 weeks.
Less than that. Actually, no,
Yeah.
3 weeks from today, ironically. Because I leave on
Wow.
Monday and then I get in at like midnight. So really it's like Tuesday, but
Yeah.
We were actually talking about that too. What we were gonna, I mean, that's probably more for a different conversation, but what we were gonna do the night we get there, that we actually get there. You know what I mean? In terms of where we're gonna go out, which Disney restaurant we're going to, I guess eat at. There wasn't a funnier way to
I
say
was gonna
that.
ask, that Monday is extra magic hours at Epcot that we
Ooh.
technically get because we're staying at a deluxe resort.
Yeah.
So we could just like go ride Guardians a few times and
I feel like we should. You know, one thing that I mentioned to Tiffani honestly earlier was I was going to look at the lightning lanes, and because she is on the check-in for
yeah.
Well, we're talking about what's going on with the hotel and everything. You know, it's something good for people to know, especially if you're in a group. Usually, too. You know.
I can't wait. I want to see the animals. I already told Trent I'm waking up early that morning to see and sit with the animals on the balcony.
I'm so excited.
She
I
won't
like
get up early.
thoroughly.
I'm gonna
Sure.
get up early. That's the
Well,
one
even just
day.
like sitting, yeah, like you said, sitting on the balcony, and I want to record a couple episodes while we're there too. So
Oh,
whether it's
we
like
that far.
outside on the balcony or maybe I don't know
I feel
somewhere
like on the
in
balcony
in
would
the
be
vicinity.
cool, and then probably at All Star would be cool.
Mhm.
I was talking about that definitely. I don't know about being necessarily right.
Somewhere duck off somewhere ish.
That's if you could find
Or
a
in the
couple.
room, I guess.
In the room is fine.
For All Star, it's probably going to be in the room. It's going to be too noisy.
Yeah,
to
it's
do
gonna be
anywhere else.
stuff going on.
Let's drop into rope drop and rumors.
Yeah.
It goes long, but it's so worth
Nice
it. I
long
swear.
one for you.
It really
right.
is. It
Rope
hits.
drop and rumors is our segment where we just give you really just like any tips, any rumors, things that are going on in the Disney sphere. I will kick us off. So mine has to do with the water park perk and kind of what we were talking about with Animal Kingdom. So basically, if you check into any Disney resort, I'm sure most of you guys know this, you get a free water park day. But the life hack to it is we're actually doing a split stay. So I don't know if we're actually going to be going on the second day, but if, say you're checking into another resort, you get 2 water park days.
Yeah.
So you check in on a Sunday and then you go somewhere else on Tuesday.
Me
You
and
get to
Trent
a
were
water
actually
park.
talking about that because I think we should totally go in the morning at least and then go to the park
On
at
Tuesday?
night because Trent's actually never gone.
Really?
Yeah,
I've never been.
never.
And then, well, another fun fact is that you can actually go to both parks in that one water park day. So say you check in on Sunday. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but
It's
the
been
park
so hot too. Like
It's
that
good.
is very generous of them.
Well, I don't know
It's
if they're
smart.
really advertising the fact that you can go to both, but you can. I've seen people do
Yeah.
it and like test out the theory.
Yeah, I
and
haven't heard that yet.
They open from 10 to 7. So as long as you can, and they're really nowhere near each other, the water park. So you would have to it would take some time to get to both.
Yeah.
If you can finagle your day and do a few hours at one and a few hours at another, it's basically free to do both on the same
Yeah.
day as long as it's your check-in day. So that's my little fun fact.
We'll have a little vlog for when we go.
Mm-hmm. Bust
Yeah,
up.
that'll be coming. I guess I'll go next. Mine is more just a tip. It's hot out there, folks.
It
Save
really
water.
is, Casey. You're like not even.
No, But
I don't think I'm mentally
honestly,
ready.
one of the top 3 places in the world where it's the hottest is probably like the Sahara Desert. What is it? It's Death Valley.
Yeah.
Just has the word death in it. Gotta be hot.
Yeah.
And then Orlando, Florida, baby. So what I was gonna say was really just every chance you get to do the small things, do the small things. Whether it's a
Mhm.
little show that you see that maybe 10
Oh
minutes,
yeah.
there's nothing better. I mean, we spoke previously.
We love a show. We love air conditioning.
Oh, we spoke previously before. If you go back to one of our previous episodes where we were talking about the different line cues, things of that nature, mine was pretty much based around air conditioning, trying to stay cool.
It
So
really was.
so my tip is going to be, if you don't know, you can bring in your own water. You can bring in your own containers. Most parks, they have to be sealed. At Disney, they can be open. There's a lot of park hopping. So a lot of people know that, or at least that work at the park, that you might have been previously just at another park. So that's why the bottle might be open, whatever the reason may be. They don't really question that. Usually if you go to Universal or something, because you're already in that Universal world, they don't really have to second guess, what's going on. So that's why they don't let anything open in there. But Disney's different. So you could bring your own water, try to do the small things, whether it's going in the stores and just looking at everything. You might buy something,
Soak up that
which
AC.
you might buy something extra that you didn't plan on, but just bring extra money. It's Disney. It's going to be expensive. But that's honestly one of my biggest tips. I've been there enough times in the summertime to know that if you're not taking care of how hot you're getting, it's going to make the trip so much worse. Whether it's some people chafing, whether it's, I've seen people where it looks like they're getting heat exhaustion, or just sweating. Yeah. I mean, that's my tip. I don't think people think about that enough, but drink water, especially when you're in Epcot. Drink water. If you're not from here, the heat's different out here.
Pop wants you to stay hydrated.
You got to drink water.
Mine's just like a little news update, but Test Track just dropped today that they reopen next
There's a
month.
date? Wait, there's a
Yep,
date?
July 22nd. So
Oh,
kind of
damn.
sad. We're just gonna miss it, but we'll be back.
There's a few things that are coming like late.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
I've
that was
been
very
I've
excited.
been
I didn't realize it was gonna be so soon, to be honest. I thought it was gonna be still like a little bit out. So that's pretty cool.
I like that.
I've
Yeah.
been waiting for the date, and I was really hoping, because they've been doing test runs all day long, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, it could be any day now. And
You mean to tell me they've been doing test runs on the
test
test
run,
track?
yeah,
Well, I
on
mean,
the
what if?
test
Because I
track.
feel like they still do that sometimes, where they almost like let people go on it to test it.
I don't know
No,
if that sounds that
maybe
safe to
cast
me.
members. The cast
Yeah, I was
members.
going to say, because if you get me on there and I hit anything, I'm getting
Oh,
free
but
beignets for
damn,
life.
I'm like, you like popped a bubble, because I was really hoping that it was going to be open while we were there.
Us too.
I know, literally right
Us
after.
too. Us too. I mean, I like that ride a lot.
Yeah.
It's crazy how you don't
That's
go
good to know,
that
though.
fast,
If
but
me
you
and
feel like
Trent
you're
get to
fast.
go on it, we'll try and like take some footage or something.
Well, we're definitely gonna be going on. I mean, a lot of things to come when it comes to just content within the parks for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to document for us. All right.
Sweet.
Well, I think it's time for
Now for the main event.
The sounds get me.
I wish I could play the trumpet.
All right. Our main event this week, we are back to the Mount Rushmore of Magic. And this week we are doing DCOMs. Now, I don't know about you guys, but this was extremely hard for me. I
And
think
just
I
for people
erased.
that don't know what that is, Disney Channel original movies.
Yes, I would hope everyone tuning in knows
Yes.
the acronym of DCOM. But for me, I had to quite literally erase and make my list like five times at least.
Yeah.
Really? I am old enough to where my cutoff is literally 2003.
Most of mine are.
I think by
Yeah,
then,
the earlier ones are definitely the goodies.
oh man, I think because I'm not that much older. I'm not, okay, but old enough to where I think I was just already in a different world. I think I was skateboarding and cared about that so much.
Yeah, he was too
Well, how
cool.
about Trent? Trent, kick us off.
Cool.
So we're
Yeah,
gonna do
you go
this
first.
basically not the way we did last time, where we did one at a time. I think we'll
Yeah.
just do all four, crank them out, tell us
Yeah.
why.
Fill
Kick us
that
off, Trent.
in.
Crank that. I'm gonna start off first with It's not in any. Actually, you know what? This will be the order. I'm gonna do mine in order of which ones
Okay.
I like the
First
least.
one.
Yeah, that's a better way of saying it because I'm doing it long. My cutoff point is where we're starting. The Even Stevens movie from 2003.
Great.
It's a good one.
I think that it's a good staple on the show. Of it just being done. When I was younger, I watched it quite a bit,
It's
and
like one
then
of
it really was. That was probably
There's
Even
a
Stevens.
great twist at the end. I mean, great
Listen,
twist.
it's a if you watch the movie, it's gonna make you want to watch the show. It's one of those kind of movies.
we love some Shia too.
Shia LaBeouf. If you're hearing
Shia.
the Shia, we love you, dude.
I'm still waiting for him to drop an EP, but maybe
Yeah.
one day.
Well, you never know. Try
That's
to
a
figure it
valid
out with him.
choice. That's number 2.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
After that, I have Halloween Town.
Yeah, all of us.
Yeah, everyone's gonna have. I feel like
It's gotta be on. It's gotta be.
if
up
you're a
there.
millennial and you don't like Halloween Town, then I apologize for your childhood.
Is it the first one?
Yeah,
Wait, so are you going 5? Are you going least liked? So
I'm going least to the best. You always say the best.
So that's number 4.
Okay.
Even Stevens was number 5. Okay.
No, there's
continue.
only
number
4 people on Mount Rushmore, Tiffany.
There's
I'm
4.
sorry.
Yeah.
You had me questioning
number 5.
life. I was like, wait a minute.
Well, because I was just immediately went to top 5 because I wrote 5 because I couldn't pick.
I have some honorable mentions that.
Yeah,
I
know.
have
I
3
really
honorable
wrote
mentions.
more extras after that.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Alright,
We've never seen.
continue.
So after that is going to be Brink.
Such a goodie.
1998. That
Mm.
movie, when that came out, that was probably 1998 was legit with the last year that rollerblading was acceptable for everybody in public.
Oh,
Sincerely.
you think it became like nerdy to do?
Yeah, it just became like, what are they out there rolling? You know what I mean? What are you rollerblading
Yeah.
for? So it's just so when that movie came out, though, I think it was the beginning kind of like action sports getting big. X Games was like really getting big at the time. So it was one of those movies. It was so stupid, but it was so good.
I loved it.
I
Listen.
rewatched it recently.
Yeah?
And there was no like love interest, and I almost
No.
remembered. I
It
remembered
was.
him.
Yeah,
him and
I thought
The
it was the
friend.
friends.
No, you don't
But
get the
they
love
really-
interest.
they really. You mean love of the game? Is that what you're
The
gonna say?
love of skating, man. The whole premise of the movie was guys that wanted to get sponsored, and Brink, he's just a soul skater, brother.
Yeah.
Soul skater.
We're soul skaters. That's the whole scene. They just talk about being soul skaters, Team
Or that
X-Blades,
worm sandwich.
Team Puff and Suds. Team Puff and Suds. They were sponsored by
What?
a pet grooming place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that why they were called that? I don't remember.
It's the only people that wanted to sponsor them. They got their sponsorship. They're supporting local business.
Yeah, true.
Wow.
These guys are up here
I guess I
just
have to rewatch it. It's been a minute.
rewatch it. I've never stopped watching it in my brain.
No, it was
Leave that
so
out.
good. I rewatched it recently, and like he had a crazy schedule. I mean, he was getting up at the crack of dawn to go to school, going to school all day, skating for like 5 hours, then doing home. Like
He's committed.
he made me tired watching him have a normal day. Like
That's
great
hilarious.
choice.
It's a really good movie. And that guy, I don't know what ever happened to him. He was one of those heartthrobs back in the day.
Princess Diaries.
His
Oh, yeah, he
name
was in
is
them.
he's one of those like four name people. You
Oh,
know,
really?
Mhm.
I know
Like,
what you're talking about.
blank, 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 blank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes it either really easy to remember sometimes, or you're just like, I don't know who he is because
Yeah.
he's every man clearly.
I think it's like Von Thurstenberg or something.
Oh.
That's like that thing.
Thirstenberg, you
Thirsty.
thirsty?
I could be totally off, but I'm pretty sure he
I
has
think
like
they might
four
be,
names.
but
From the
we'll look it
Thurstenberg
up
family.
later.
Yes.
You should put in the little ding, the real name.
Like his actual name.
yeah.
Yeah. If you're watching, it's this guy right here.
Okay. What's number 1?
So number 1 is going to be for me Johnny Tsunami.
I knew it.
It has to be.
That
It's
was
all
on
action
and off.
sports.
On and off, on and off.
Good.
I couldn't decide.
Yeah.
So
I had that movie on VHS.
yeah.
Okay.
man.
VHS. I had that movie.
I love it.
That's what a throwback.
So I that movie came out in 1999, and the reason why I related to it was not only did I like action sports and all that kind of stuff, so I think every little boy kind of liked it.
Yeah.
But it dealt with him like moving to like a different place, and I moved around a lot.
Yeah.
So I felt like I basically was. I'm not gonna say I felt. I basically was Johnny Tsunami when you really break it down. Is what is what was happening to me.
Interesting.
But I thought it was really just a really good movie, and it made me want to go to Hawaii. I mean, where his grandpa lives. His grandpa lives literally on the beach.
You know, that's the podcast I listened to, shout out Magical Rewind. They just rewatched it and they were saying that like the grandpa in the movie supposedly is like not like low income, but he doesn't have a lot of money. And they're like, the house that they live in is like a multi-million-dollar oceanfront and like made no sense. It brought up a lot of like socioeconomical issues, you know, between.
I think that was the point. I mean, especially me being a 9-year-old boy, I was.
Disney got deep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they do.
Well, that's a very solid 4.
Yeah, that's a good list.
I will insert a little image of yours and I'll have it hover over your head. All right, Tiff, what do you got?
All right. So my number 1, I don't even know if these are like, I can't even, you know what I mean?
Well,
I'm just going to say I like them all.
yeah.
All right. The first one on my list, The 13th Year. It came out in 1999.
Yes.
And I freaking love mermaids.
He was my first
So how
crush.
could that not be on my list?
Yeah.
Never seen it.
Are you
What?
joking?
Trent.
Never seen it.
Oh
Trent.
my gosh, Casey.
Wait, do you even know what we're talking about?
I feel like you have to, yes.
I probably came across it. I'm
He
not gonna lie. I
becomes-
have nothing
he
against
becomes
mermaids.
a merman on his 13th birthday and he doesn't know that his mom is a mermaid because he was.
Yeah.
He's becoming a merman.
Yeah.
Well, he's a man.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm in.
It's the guy from what is it called? Luck of the Irish or
Oh,
No, it's
man,
not.
luckily I was gonna put
No,
down.
no, it's not.
It's not.
What's that guy? It's that guy.
He's like a one-hit wonder. I don't think he ever did anything else.
He only did that.
What do you mean? He was also, isn't the same guy from the Smart House?
No.
No.
Are these all three?
I'm gonna insert a picture of him. I think you're just
Smart
being
House
a
and Luck
little,
of the Irish. I swear, the same kid. No,
a
they're
little
not.
like
Guy.
stereotypical of like a white guy in the 90s.
Yeah,
but
they probably.
Probably. What if he
Okay,
turned to?
whatever.
Yeah, he
That's what I
turned to a
thought.
merman and swam away.
oh my god,
Because
it's
it's
a great movie.
We're gonna watch it then.
We'll have to watch it. I got nothing against
Wait
mermaids and
for
merman.
me. Wait
Yes,
for me.
ooh,
We'll all
that'd be
watch
fun.
it together.
Yes,
Oh my
right
god,
when you
but-
get here.
I remember him vividly because he was my first crush. I think I was what year did it come out? Probably like
1999.
I was
So
6.
how old are we?
I was 6.
What?
Yeah.
That was your first crush? Was that guy?
I mean, I remember actually no, Benny, Benny Rodriguez was
We
the one
know.
that started it.
Benny the Jet Rodriguez.
But what was his name?
could
Was it
not.
Ryan? What was his name? I think it was Ryan.
Was it Jamarkle?
Always Jamarkle. All right. My
yeah,
second
he
one,
did it
I
for
feel
me.
like it's almost obvious, but High School Musical. The first
Which one?
Oh,
The first one.
The
Interesting.
first one. I mean, honestly, it's hard to pick. I mean, not really. The first one. The first one. Every song from the first one
That's-
is amazing.
That's
The second one too, to be honest, but I couldn't pick both of them, so
no.
it's just so good.
Okay,
the
okay.
OG. I respect it.
My third one was Halloween Town
Mhm.
because I love Halloween.
When
I
you're
couldn't
if
not
you
put
like
it.
Halloween and you get to like feel like there's a place where every single day is Halloween and that's
Yeah.
going on. I think I was in it for the candy. I was a chubby little boy.
I loved her grandma,
She was
Debbie
was pretty cool.
Reynolds. Yeah.
and I'd still on my bucket list. Want to go there? Have to go there. It's a real town. We got.
Did you guys notice that when you guys came here to New York for Halloween for
for
Halloween,
Halloween Town?
like it seems like you're in Halloween Town. People are like commuting on the subway and they're just like in there. Like it reminds you of being in a town where everybody like
I
every
guess,
year.
yeah, kind of.
Well, especially
year
too-
people
Not
say
as like quaint, like not as small.
Well, I think it's because when you're in the city too, everyone's walking around doing something that all
Yeah.
the decorations are right in front of you. The neighborhood, you're in the neighborhood. You're walking around like the neighborhood is the main street. There are no, if you're
people
if
are
you're
trying to
duck
get
off,
to where they got to go, and you're going to walk
exactly.
by
Yeah,
a
our
zombie, a
Halloween
vampire,
decorations are going to be
whatever.
like, yeah, our Halloween decorations are going to be inside the neighborhoods. You're not going
Yeah.
to just drive down our main street and see it. So I get what you mean. It definitely felt like that. It's more in your face.
yeah.
Just like the different people
Well,
you
and
like.
that's like
yeah.
we were kids and you're watching this movie and you're watching her like defy her mom and you like go off and like you're like at that age and you're like, holy shit, I can do that. Like I can like not listen to something like
they're
obviously
actually
not
married.
crazy.
Marnie
No.
not Calabar, Calabar's son.
What?
They're married in real life, and they
I love that.
they
doesn't
have.
the second movie have to do with her trying to fight off his father?
Yeah, because
That's
her dad or
I
her
think
mom was dating
Bard,
him.
he dies, right? I don't really remember what happens to him.
Spoiler
think
alert.
I think he explodes into like a million pieces.
Yeah,
or
no, he
something,
does. He
doesn't
does. Okay, so my last one is Smart House, which I kind of brought up earlier. Possibly might be the same guy. We don't know. But sorry.
He's in The Luck of the Irish, so that's the guy you're thinking of.
But Smart House was just so cool. I always wanted a smart house. Now we're kind of in the age where smart house
you could
is
hook up
like
everything to
basically almost
Alexa. My Alexa's out there listening to me right now, getting ready to just call the cops on me for any reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
movie.
but I wanted the
shaped
robot
Slam.
lady with it, you know.
Pat.
Yeah.
Pat. Oh
She
my God.
is good. She's in everything. She's so many
Yeah,
different
that lady as
voices.
actress is just
Yeah.
amazing. But
No,
yeah,
Smart
so that's
House
my
is
list.
iconic. And honestly, a lot of the ones you named, like even both of you, like Johnny Tsunami, Smart House, 13th Year, all of those were on my list. And then I took them off, put them on, took them off.
Yeah.
So I was like, I got to think longevity. So honestly, all of mine have sequels because that just like solidifies the fact that they really made their mark.
Yeah.
In Mount
Where you
Rushmore.
think I know one of them for sure.
Well, I'll already say Halloween Town. It's a great movie.
Yeah.
And it's the
I love
first
that we
one.
all agreed on that.
Then I'll go into High School Musical 2.
Okay.
Was my other one.
Yes.
The second one, Tiffani, is better. Like when you say that it's no competition, the second one is hands down
like
better.
the first one is just like a classic and it started everything.
You know what?
Don't know.
Do you remember the premise?
Obviously couldn't
I don't know either.
Do you remember the premise of the first one? What they were trying to do? Like what the whole point of it, what the movie was. They were
trying to make the high school more musical. I know that's the premise.
They were auditioning for a musical. The whole movie has to do with an audition, not even the actual musical. It's just an audition for the musical.
So they were almost like practicing for the musical?
Yes.
Well,
do you think the teachers were pissed off? They were just like, everybody stop singing, stop dancing.
Well, then you look at the body of work that all of the songs are, and none of them make sense. They're like, what kind of musical is this? You know, like none of the music seems like it would be a story that tells anything, you know?
Could be just nostalgia in my heart.
That's just because she was locked on Zac Efron.
Yeah, it was the first time we ever met Zac Efron. That was OG Zac
He looked
Efron.
so much better in the second one. I mean, the quality of the second one, it was so much more vibrant. It was in that really like...
Oh, yeah, they're all great.
How many High School Musicals are there?
There's 3.
There's 3?
Yeah.
And honestly, I think the third one is better than the first. If I were to go 2, 3, 1 is my order. What are you, 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, probably.
3, 1 is my order for the original first 3 Star Wars, not to get too nerdy. You know, the second one is awesome. The third one is awesome. The first one, I get it, but...
I thought you were going to say awesome.
No, well, it's awesome too.
Okay. All right,
so I have Halloween Town, High School Musical 2. And Tiff, I'm surprised this wasn't on your list, but the Cheetah Girls.
Yeah, I know. I thought
How did you forget about the Cheetah Girls?
Like I was like High School Musical, Cheetah Girls, and then I was like, all of my things are gonna be musicals.
Yeah,
which is not bad. But I was trying to pick one musical to stick to. I don't know.
Yeah.
So mine is the first
really
one.
almost on my list.
The first Cheetah Girls, honestly, me and Tiffani used to make up dances to that and then ask for sleepovers by performing those songs to our parents.
On a golf course for our parents.
That's
like just doing flips around like
pretty
that.
Legit, honestly.
Yeah.
That movie changed my life. So Cheetah Girls, the first one. Yeah. Then lastly, I have Xenon, the girl of 20th century.
Another one. I literally wrote it down for extras.
And the first one. I think the third one was a miss. The second one was okay.
The second one was good. That one had Raven in it.
Raven's in the first one, I think.
In the first one too?
I don't even think she's in the second one.
Yeah, I've seen Xenon.
Okay, I just want to make
sure. The second one, she's really in Earth most of the time, I think.
Yeah.
I would need to rewatch them. And then I'll go into my honorable mentions, which was Smart House.
Yeah.
Great. And then, I don't know how, this one was fighting with High School Musical.
Okay.
So Camp Rock. Those are my love. Camp Rock.
I thought you were gonna. I thought you were gonna pick Camp Rock.
I thought that'd be your number one. I thought Camp Rock was.
She didn't pick the Jonas Brothers.
And for anyone listening that doesn't know, Casey is obsessed with the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
And Demi, that was my introduction to Demi.
well, yeah,
was that movie.
Yeah, but your
So I'm
obsession with the
so
Jonas
surprised.
Brothers is on a different level.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Dummies, you know, but like
She's a committed fan.
Jonas Brothers.
It's the kind of
I
fan
feel like
you
you
want to
talk about
have,
them
though.
probably like once a day, at least every day.
Yeah.
But if I had to put it against HSM, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
HSM
Yeah, it's just different.
has,
It's
Some-
has
different.
more
It probably,
star
yeah, I was gonna
power.
say.
You know what's on my list that you didn't say, like of my honorables? Cadet Kelly. Cadet Kelly.
I was thinking about Cadet Kelly.
fire.
No,
I
it's
was
a
thinking
great
about
So
one.
Cadet
good. Lizzie McGuire, Hillary Duff,
Yeah.
obviously, but love her.
She's always gonna be
Also,
called.
motocrossed. I was surprised Trent didn't put that because
You know, motocross, I was thinking about it. Motocross was kind of like a spin-off of Mulan, if you think about it. You know, like she had to dress up as a man, be able to like blend in with like the male sports, similar to
That's
how
everything, though. That's
Mulan
also
had
the
to.
movie with Amanda Bynes where she has to be her brother and play soccer.
Similar, yeah. She's the man.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I think it's a premise for that's
another one.
that's Joanna Man.
That's a great movie.
Tiffany, we watched that movie so many times as kids.
Such a good movie. Gotta watch that again
Yeah.
because that's a good movie. And then another one I wrote was Rip Girls. I don't know if you guys remember that one. That was the where she was a surfer girl and she had just moved.
She lived with her grandparents or something.
I think so. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah,
Like her parents died. Oh yeah, her parents died in a surfing accident, I think.
Yeah,
and then she had to
she
like
went back to surfing.
Yeah, she like
Yeah.
taught. Yeah,
Good
she
for
got
her.
over
I
her
mean, she
fears and went in
overcame
the
it.
water.
She ends
Yeah.
up dating Joe Jonas. Fun fact, that girl.
Oh, that
Was
is
there a
fun fact.
Disney movie? It wasn't the one where the girl lost her arm, right? That's not a Disney movie.
No, that was real life.
I have one more honorable mention, and I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. This is from what I was telling you. There's DCOMs, and then it's called The Wonderful World of Disney, where they're still technically DCOMs, but they're not on Disney Plus for some reason because they don't have the license for it. But it's called The Color of Friendship.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That is arguably, that should have been on my Mount Rushmore, how much that movie impacted me as like, I think it came out in like 98, I believe, or 97. So I was like 5 when I first saw it. And I remember like the themes of that movie are so deep and just like the way they lay it out for a kid to really understand the message. Honestly, changed
it's a really
my life.
good movie.
Amazing movie. Any other honorable mentions before we go on to
I had one honorable mention, but I forgot what it was. It was you remember the kid that played TJ Henderson on Smart Guy? The show Smart Guy?
Yeah.
There was a movie with him in it. I forgot what it was.
17 again? With
No.
It's with him and his sisters are in it, I think.
No, but 17 again is the one with Zac Efron.
No. This was the original 17 again. Like this came out in like the late 90s. It was the twins.
I think I know what you're talking about, but not that movie. But I think I know what you're talking about.
Fine guy who played the grandpa.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about the whole time.
That's exactly
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the movie. I was thinking about the fine guy the whole time.
The grandpa.
Yeah, I was thinking about the hot grandpa the whole time. No, I couldn't. No, what? No.
I'm trying to think what else he would have been in.
No, but it was one of those movies.
Have to put a little text.
Hey, shout out to that guy. Shout out to that movie.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Solid.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. All right, let's get into whipped or tripped.
Now, whipped or tripped.
Beautiful. All right, whipped or tripped is our segment where we come up with a hot take or opinion on something, and we decide whether it is whipped, it's a W, it's a good take, or tripped, we leave it in the parking lot. All right, you guys kick us off.
All right.
Can we go?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
I prefer to stay at all-star resorts over premium resorts.
Explain.
I think it might be just a nostalgia factor, probably.
I think literally that's another poll that could just be up there. Just a very basic general poll.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think we're unique to that though. I think most people would say deluxe.
Well, yeah, because I think they
we're
just
unique
like
to that.
hear the word deluxe and they're just like, obviously that's better. But I feel like they're almost all really the same if you think about it. Like there's really like barely any different factors to some of them.
If you really want to see the difference between the more basic and deluxe, you really gotta pay for top tier deluxe.
Yeah.
Like it can't be like going from All Star to Pop Century. No offense to Pop Century,
Yeah.
but that's like
I'd
one
rather
notch
stay at
above.
All-Star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta be, if you want to see the difference, you gotta go from like here
Yeah.
to the contemporary,
Yeah.
Polynesian,
There's just something about
Floridian.
like even especially all-star sports as we usually say they're the most like just everyone, you know, is just like out on the field, like people like are sitting outside, they're like playing soccer, throwing the football.
Yeah, the
or-
smartest thing they did to me at that hotel resort is they put that football field there. I'm gonna try it again. They put that football field right in the middle. And
Yeah.
because honestly, it's like it forms this weird sense of community where it's like people are at nighttime hanging out. Someone's playing football over there. We'll gather up and get like a bottle of wine or whatever the heck and sit over there and just kind of drink and talk and stuff. I mean, it feels like it's just this weird little central park for that resort.
Yeah. And I feel
No,
like a lot of
you
other
know I agree.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a lot of other hotels, like people don't really utilize like the outside, like obviously the pools and stuff, but like
Yeah.
not actually like even some of them do have like some like little parks and stuff, and there's nobody like sitting out there and stuff. But All Star Sports, people are out there all day.
I definitely agree. I mean, the only thing I think the deluxe resorts really have is superior transportation. You
Yeah.
know, I mean, you can get to places much quicker.
Well, yeah.
And I think other than that, I'd rather stay at an All-Star any day, honestly.
Yeah. And I almost don't mind the, you know, the ride on the bus. Like it's almost nice to like have a little like
It's
chill
peaceful.
moment before you're like back up and on to the next thing.
Yeah, and I mean realistically, if you're staying at a Disney resort, how far away from a park are you really?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my Whipter trip. What do you
Well,
guys think?
I give
I
it
feel all
a
good.
whip. Wonder if it'll
Thumbs
do the
up?
fireworks.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
No fireworks today.
Sweet.
All right, what you got, Trent?
I just had mine on top of my head. I literally just
All right, I'll do mine. Mine
you go.
is the Stitch movie. And I think all of us
yes.
have not discussed it yet. So I'm really excited to hear because we purposely have like saved it for the pod.
Yeah.
I think we spoke about previously that we were excited to see it and like we heard good things, blah, blah, blah. Now that we saw it, there was a lot of backlash of the ending. And I'm really happy you guys didn't spoil it for me because I got to watch it in real time.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this, I guess like skip ahead a couple minutes if you haven't seen it because
Yeah,
we're going to
spoiler
spoil
alert.
the ending.
Yeah, definitely we need a spoiler alert.
So in the original, she stays with Nani and Ohana means family and you never leave behind anybody.
Yeah.
In the new one, she ends up staying with a neighbor who is like basically like a family friend who even calls herself Ohana to her, you know, like they consider themselves family. But the internet was in an uproar that Nani gave Lilo away to the government and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I didn't see that at all. Like, I thought it was a beautiful ending. She deserves to be able to like go to college and be able to like, and I didn't view it as like she was giving Lilo away. I thought it was like, I'm going to go to college for a couple of years so I can support Lilo and like be able to be her full-time parent. So no, I didn't see it as she was abandoning her at all. I mean, what did you guys think?
I think if I was being in like a real world, right? This child just got done. This is all like a week long. She just got done having behavioral problems everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, just having her friend who is a monster from space, who is indestructible, with this little girl that could just get mad at someone that picks on her and just goes, I need to break your legs. And he doesn't have Nani there to pull it back. What happens when that old lady takes a nap?
Oh,
Who's
you
watching-
think she can't handle that?
What happens? She's an elder lady. What happens if she
Oh,
takes a
wait,
nap?
so you're on the side of like Nani should not have given her.
Well, this is one thing that I saw on TikTok that I thought was hilarious. They said this one girl, and she was from Hawaii. She said, I love that she gave her to a close family friend to raise her so that she can go get her degree in San Diego.
Temporarily,
Well,
you know?
well, listen, so she can go get her degree in San Diego, which is the same degree that she can get at the University of Hawaii.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose for her to go to California. That was an
Why didn't
interesting.
you just go? Why didn't they promote the University of Hawaii, which has not a lot of
Yeah.
kids going there right now? They don't have a big rate of people.
It's just like if it's not broke, what is it? If it's not broke,
Don't fix it.
Yeah.
I get what they were trying to do, But I think that's where people
But
ripped
it
it
was
apart.
broke. I mean, she was behind on every bill. She could barely get by, you know? I mean, like, I think from a very realistic standpoint, like, it was almost selfless of her to say, you know what, like, I'm going to temporarily, like, allow someone else to look out for her while I go try to make a life for us. And, like,
Yeah.
I get what she was
But
trying to do.
also, people had just expectations for this movie because it already was a hit. So,
yeah.
like, to change something so drastically and, like, the whole saying of, like, the line that everyone says,
But
it's
I
just
don't think she
like,
left her behind. Like, I really did not get that. Like, I would understand if she was like, you know what, I'm signing this paper. I'll see you if,
see you
I don't know,
later.
never, you know? Like,
Well,
that
she's
she,
also
like,
this broke girl. How is she going to be able to get visits to just fly from mainland
well, they
America?
have that portal that they're able to, like, go in
Oh, that's right. They
and
were
see
jumping
each
through the
other.
portal. Well, then why aren't they robbing banks and using their powers for? I'd be putting that portal. What are you
That's
talking
the
about?
next one.
Why did
That's
she
the
even
next
get her
one.
degree? Just portal to a seasons. What is it? 4 seasons? Any season? 7 seasons? How many
I mean,
seasons?
my guess is there's gonna be a second one. They've already said that they're, like,
Yeah.
basically they're planning it right now.
Either way, I'm with you. I was semi joking about the end, but it was such a good movie and they kept it so close to everything.
Yeah.
I don't think it made it that big of a deal realistically.
I
I'm
thought it
just
was
digging into it
incredible.
because I think what happens, right, is I was playing the antagonist where I think some people just try to look at this child's movie through the lens of like real world stuff, and it's like we're watching an alien movie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just
Yeah.
like it's I think I know what they were trying to do. They were just trying to say like, hey, you could still be family and still go achieve your dreams and everything and find out how to make it work without, either way you have to make sacrifices. So she
But
tried to
don't
make
you
the
think
better
Lilo
sacrifice.
was in a better position to be with someone else? Like, I almost think it would have been selfish for her to, like, to stay somewhere where they're, like,
Yeah, more than
barely
anything,
making
she
it. Like,
wasn't doing a
Nani
good job.
deserves to go to school and not have to, like, immediately
Yeah.
work for the rest of her life and barely make ends meet. Like, I
Well, I
don't know.
guess the internet just doesn't care about Naughty.
No, they don't. And that's the crazy part. Like, they were just like, she
Well, because
needs
I
to
think
give
they
up
just
everything.
wanted what they wanted, you know? They just
Yeah.
wanted Lilo and Stitch. And we
Yeah.
got all of that up into that big change. So of course they were gonna focus so hard on like the only thing you could really pick apart. You know what I mean?
Well, even more than just the ending, I think if we took out the ending, everyone would agree that it was still just a pretty good movie. They did a really good job doing everything they could to make it exactly to what it was like.
Yeah.
I think that some of the cameos,
I
did
was
you
just
notice
about
some
to
of the
say.
cameos that were going on within the film?
Yeah, did you know?
What do you mean?
The social worker is Nani.
Yeah.
She's the voice actress for Nani.
Wait, what?
The lady social worker that is coming
Oh,
in and
you mean, okay, I see what you mean. Like the
she's
old
the
Nani.
original voice of Nani.
I see. I thought,
And
okay.
then the guy who's the manager
Yeah.
at the restaurant, he's the original David.
Yep.
Really? No, I
Yep.
didn't
Yeah.
know that.
And so the older lady who is taking Lilo, stop touching that thing.
Sorry.
She's gonna kick this thing off the wall. So the old lady who is taking Lilo in at the end plays the old lady in the movie. Who I
Oh.
forgot what part she does because I haven't seen the cartoon in forever.
Well, I
But she's
cried like 3 times. I
Yeah.
was a wreck. I mean, I just thought it was so good.
you
But
probably would have.
Yeah,
quickly,
we were
guys,
just very overstimulated. We went to a Sinopolis, and that's like where you can like order your food and you have a server and they bring your food and all that jazz. But they, I guess, were just severely understaffed or something. So we didn't get our food until probably about 20 minutes before the movie ended.
But for me, it wasn't even the whole food thing. The thing that takes you out of it is the fact that people are. I mean, it's a restaurant slash movie theater essentially.
Yeah. So
It's hard.
everyone's talking. the
It's
whole
hard to
time.
be like deep inside of a scene where she's like, Lilo, you know how much I love you and I'd do anything for you. And someone just goes, did you have ranch? Did you have more ranch? Can I get ranch? Or do you have blue cheese? I'll get ranch or blue cheese.
So it's just that, yeah, that didn't help.
Yeah.
well, guys, we are already at 45 minutes, believe it or not.
Wow.
So, Trent, do you want to save your whipped or tripped for the next episode? Or did you think of it?
Oh, I already have it right here. When it comes to Treasure Island, that whole little area and everything right there,
Treasure
get it
Island.
out of here. I can't wait for
What's
it to,
Treasure
yeah.
Island?
Tom Sawyer's Island.
Tom Sawyer's Island.
I'm like, what the heck is Treasure Island?
There's probably treasure on there. Maybe no one found it. Tom Sawyer, he had
You're saying
treasure.
like
Oh, Treasure
you're ready
Island.
for you're ready for it to become Cars? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I love the movie. I love the series.
Yeah.
I thought when we were over there, it was cool to do like the little walk around and go through some of the caves and everything. We
That was
have
cool.
yeah, we have a video that is from there a while ago.
Yeah, we should post that TikTok. That one was fun.
Yeah. So whenever that comes out, you like it. But that's I don't know if anybody likes that or cares about that or whatever. It was on my mind earlier, and I was like, I'm ready for it to get out of here. I thought that it was, for the longest time, to be honest with you, semi pointless.
Yeah.
I think at one point in
Okay.
time it had its
It's
little.
just like another classic.
No one
but I
knows
think
who the
the
hell he is. These kids, if you said
be
Tom
fun.
Sawyer, they'd be like, "Who is that?"
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think it's gonna be so much fun. I'm
True.
excited to see what it looks like too.
All right, well, this is going to be our first week of the queue line.
Yeah.
Mm.
Who's waiting in the queue? Who's in the queue, Casey?
All right, so in the queue this week, actually, I'll give you a little background of what the queue line is. So the queue
Yeah.
line, basically things that you would overhear while you're in line waiting for something. It could be a hot take. It could be a question. If you guys want to like know anything, then we can discuss it on the pod. An opinion, a suggestion, whatever floats your boat. This one is from Gabby, who is a longtime listener.
Gabby.
So shout out Gabby. Tiffani introduced me to Gabby, and I love her. So
We all
Gabby
love
said,
Gabby.
Everyone loves Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby's
everyone
great.
loves Gabby.
She's a fellow Disney adult.
She is. She has the best style too.
She really does.
So hers was, I'd love to hear what old Disney experiences that no longer exist do you miss? And then she said, for me, it's Toontown and the Electric Parade. Toontown, is that, I'm trying to think what that was. Was that like the houses? Like Mickey and Minnie's house?
Like
What
how they used to be like all like the buildings where they all were all lit up and stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
What I'm thinking of is like you used to be able to walk through Minnie's house, and I'll try to like insert a picture of it. But
I know what
Yeah.
you're talking about because
I don't really remember that.
when the first time that I went to Disney was, I don't know, it was like 1996 or something like that. And I swear there was something like that. Right when you said Mickey and Minnie's house, I was like, remember there? I'm not too sure, but I think I know what you're talking about.
it
vaguely.
embeds into your brain. Basically, it's like a life size like Minnie's kitchen and like her little
Mhm.
utensils.
Oh
And
my god,
I don't know
love that.
what else Toontown was. I didn't Google it before this.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure.
No say.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm trying to think of like something that, because it is
Oh.
cool that they are bringing back that parade though, Gabby.
The
I'm
Electric
pretty sure
Parade.
that's the one that's coming back.
Yeah,
for
that's
the nighttime parade.
actually coming back again. Another thing that we're gonna miss, but I think it
Yeah, it's
debuts
right
July
after.
22nd as well too.
No way.
They're doing it right now. So for anybody listening, if you go on YouTube to any of the like Disney live streams right now, they're going to be doing it and have already started in Disneyland, so you can see the
Yeah.
parade. Ours is going to be a tiny bit different, I think, because we have a couple of different like worlds over here versus what they have over there. But the main part of it at the end is going to be identical because they have a layout now on a couple of different places you can check out on YouTube. But they have the layout of what it's going to look like or what floats are going to come. And the end part is going to match up from what you're going to see over at Disneyland. So you can kind of already go over there and get a little glimpse of what we're going to see.
The other night we actually watched someone on live like that was there and was watching the parade.
Wait, is it before or after Happily Ever After?
It's before, I would assume.
It's
'cause I
supposed
think
to.
that's why they're changing the time.
Yeah, it was.
To show
speaking
till
of that.
later, so that way the parade's before and like,
Yeah.
the show's right after.
I think it was because with daylight savings time, since it's going to change like that, a lot of the parents realistically didn't want to keep the kids up later technically to when it's darker. So they had that little filler kind of gap in there with like a different kind of show. Because realistically, if you're 4 years old and you're watching the thing on the castle, I don't know if you can necessarily identify what each cartoon is sometimes.
Yeah.
But when you see a big float and literally Mickey waving at you,
Yeah, the
When
parade
I was
probably
younger,
does it for him.
that's something I can relate with. Gabby, thank you. Because you unlock something in my brain. I remember being on the side of the street on Main Street for one of those parades back in the 90s. and just one float just being really close. Couldn't tell you what it was, but I just remember that I was having a good time.
Well, let's answer her question. What is some old Disney experiences that no longer exist that you miss?
Pleasure Island.
Did you get to go to that?
I did get to go to that.
No, you didn't. Wasn't it 18 and up?
I don't think it was.
You never got to step foot in there.
There was one that we went to, and I swear it was.
Disney's. Well, what was downtown Disney at the time?
Yeah, it was downtown Disney because one thing that when I went with,
you had to have snuck in there.
I totally forgot. Yes, downtown Disney included, because obviously downtown Disney is now Disney Springs.
When
is already a thing.
I went into there once, and I swear because there was different little like almost clubs. Yeah, that were modeled after different years. So one would be like C's, and it'd be all 70s music. One would be 80s, and it was all 80s music. That's what I mean. So we were in there. I don't think it necessarily was an adults only thing. Maybe it was just like if you have
across the bridge. I vividly remember I was not allowed in. Maybe at nighttime,
like certain hours or something.
Well, also too, maybe it was certain things like maybe those little clubs were like danceable for kids and stuff. And there was, I mean, I couldn't tell you what's going on, but I vividly remember us going to downtown Disney and being in those little nightclubs, because it was the first time I ever experienced feeling like an adult inside of a nightclub.
Well, that reminds me of like something to miss. Like, cause I was trying to think of like things in the park that I missed, but I couldn't think of anything. But then you said downtown Disney, and I don't know if you remember, Casey, but Disney Quest.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh my gosh, that was like one of the funnest nights I think I've ever had. Me and Casey, I think we were in like, it was a youth group trip or something, but it was like it was
did we go together?
overnight. Huh?
Did we go together?
Yeah. Yes.
I don't remember that.
Yes, it was so much fun. We were there overnight.
What was the quest?
No, we weren't. Somebody was
Well, it's
there.
like an arcade, like kind
You
of.
stayed overnight at Disney?
I don't even know if I was there overnight, but it felt like I was there overnight.
I have no memory of this.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I just remember being there forever, just all the games.
No, they're
Obviously, it's
basically revamping it to something similar. I think it was the ESPN thing right after Disney Quest, but now they're doing some technology.
I was gonna
spin
say, I
on
thought
it.
it was like a VR thing or something.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing so, but it'll be like more focused on like food and like more of like a chill atmosphere than like strictly games.
Mm-hmm.
A great call. Disney Quest was fire.
So much fun.
Mine wasn't. I'm surprised you didn't say this, Tiff, but the Great Movie Ride was
yes,
epic. And honestly, still should be there. And the back.
I was gonna say that.
I do really love Mickey's Railroad.
I was gonna say I never got a
compared.
chance to do that movie. Was it
You
movie log?
didn't?
No, I didn't. And I've seen the videos of it because I know that you guys showed it to me at one point. And I definitely, me being like a movie nerd and loving all that kind of stuff,
loved it. There was an Indiana Jones
that would have been fun.
part. You would have
Really?
loved it.
Casey would go on it every time we would go.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. And it really depended on who your like tour guide was or whatever you want to call them. But honestly, every single time they killed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the backlot tour, which was like something similar, but they basically took you behind the scenes of all like the really cool niche Disney stuff.
And then that also brings up Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Oh my gosh, that was the most epic playground if you were a kid. Like, I'm honestly surprised.
Not even
that
as
they
a
took that away.
kid. I went there as an adult and partaked in some things and
activities.
Had so much fun in there. As like,
I bet that day you thought that you were an ant.
Was so much fun. Oh yeah, this episode is super, super long. All right,
okay.
let's exit through the gift shop.
We did it again, everybody. We did it. Thanks for joining us for the 5th episode of Dole Whip Destination Podcast. If you've stayed this long, then you're definitely one of us. We hope you're one of us. Make sure to go down, hit subscribe, hit like, drop a comment. Make sure that you go to the queue and just have a discussion with us wherever you can. Remember, you can get us on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, just wherever you get your podcasts.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, everybody.
Bye.
You're not going to do it?
What's the word? We'll see you real soon.
Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.